And now marjoram. Be liberal with the marjoram. Sprinkle it on because you want to cover the entire back. And quickly stroke it so it's not running down off onto your sheets. But here you don't stroke the marjoram in until it's dry. You just stroke it enough to where it's not running, but it's still on the surface. Because now you're going to come back and do circular, large, deep tissue circular motions. Again, just massaging and working that muscle where it's going to relax. And second application. And third. Aroma C's, similar to the marjoram, be relatively liberal with it, sprinkling it all over the back. Again, same stroke techniques as with marjoram. The purpose is not to stroke it or feather it in until there's no oil left, but just to spread it out because of the next technique. And now, a very nice sensation for your client is simply just sliding back and forth across the spine, which again is very, very soothing, most relaxing, and very rewarding. Second time. Just firm pressure, not really light. It's firm enough that they know that you're there and they can feel it. You want to be moving muscle tissue here. You want the oil going in. Okay, 3 complete times. Up and back, up and back, up and back. 3 times. And now we're ready for peppermint. Aroma C's is a blend that is specific to be an anaspasmodic, a muscle relaxer. So everything that we've been doing here is to help the muscle to relax and increase circulation and open the receptor sites, detoxify the body. Now peppermint, we're going up the spine because peppermint containing menthol and methone, which menthol is a phenol, methone is a sesquiterpene. These oils are oils that also work on receptor site. Menthol specifically as a detoxifier, but methone and menthol together work as a personifier. It enhances and makes every oil that's gone before it more effective. So again, now we're going to stroke the peppermint until it goes completely in to the spine. The skin absorbs it all the way. So your 6-inch and feather strokes, your 3 times, and then come all the way up, and again, simulating the nerve flow. Okay, and now our last oil application, Valor. You start with Valor, you end with Valor. Valor balances and Valor harmonizes and holds the feeling, the sensation. If the body makes its own natural adjustments, it helps to reestablish homeostasis in the DNA and hold it there. So, you know, Valor, similar to aroma seeds and marjoram, just kind of sprinkle it on. Make sure it's on the back, on the spine very well, on the muscle. And first, I feathered up the spine, so I make sure that I've got good Valor penetration in the spine to hold the memory. We want to lock this good experience, this good memory, into the cell and into the receptor sites along the spine. So we stroke it along the spine first, make sure that we're getting it in there, very nice, good permeation, and then you can come back and just massage it in until it's dry. And then just kind of a nice touch to leave your client with is just taking both hands in the feather stroke and just go up real light, just almost as though you're not touching, and feather off the shoulders, come back again, trailing the index fingers alongside the spine and off. And what this does, again, it just stimulates those nerve endings to just come up and take that oil in, and it creates really a wonderful, wonderful concluding sensation and feeling. Okay, and we're finished with that portion of it, and we're going to have our client turn back over on their back and slide down on the table so they're away from the headrest. Remove the headrest so you can be close to your client, because they've laid there for about 35 or 40 minutes face down, and sometimes this can be a little stuffy for the sinuses. Also, we want them to have time for their blood pressure to come back up, for their blood sugar to balance, to get the oxygen up so they don't just sit up and get lightheaded and maybe even pass out. So taking your fingers in a very nice square position, as we do in the VitaFlex technique, and hooking right behind the skull bone with your little finger right next to the spine at the occiput, and then just coming towards the ear, right underneath the skull bone on both sides. Putting your thumbs up over and around their ear, so you're literally cradling their head in your hands. And then using your fingers, just the tips of the fingers from the second joint forward, you're just creating this motion here. And now we're going to show you what that looks like and the action it creates. And you see the head, the stomach, the thighs, and the toes. The entire body is moving just from that one little application. And this is referred to as a lymphatic pump. So you're stimulating circulation, You've just spent a great deal of time working the spine, increasing blood, vascular, and neurological stimulation and function and relaxation to the muscle. And now this just enhances the blood flow to all the muscles that you've just addressed and gets their body eliminating as well. So just do that for 60 seconds, and then you can let your client relax and breathe, sleep, whatever they wish to do. Make sure before they get off the table they turn over on their side and set up very slowly so not to stretch the back. Okay, Tammy, you want to hold the sheet? Okay. Mark, you show them how a cow gets up. Not quite. Okay. And there's your raindrop. And again, I just thank you all for being who you are and what you've brought, your beautiful spirit, and to reassure me and give me the desire to teach again.